The first build on the list is a hybrid build, meaning that it's both strong at ad clearing and boss DPS. And that's because with this build, we're taking the incredibly strong chess piece, Gifted Conviction. With this exotic, whenever you jolt nearby enemies, you gain a stacking damage resistance. At a base level, you get 2 stacks, providing 25% damage resistance, and it maxes out at 4 stacks and 50% damage resistance. The great thing is that you can bring the aspect Ascension. That way, you can pop your Ascension to jolt nearby enemies, proccing that damage resistance, jolting them for AoE damage, and become amplified for 15% more damage resistance and making it harder for enemies to hit you. And since this season Ascension got a buff to trigger other abilities, we're bringing Threaded Specter as our other aspect. That way, whenever we do use our Ascension, we'll also create a strand decoy for even more survivability and damage. But since we also have Gifted Conviction, our Ascension will also throw out tracking arc projectiles for even more damage. This gives you some really safe and easy ad clearing potential, but we take this a step further to make your DPS rotation viable. First, I mainly like to take Silence and Squall. It does some good damage, especially when paired with the aspect Facet of Ruin. That way, the damage and size of Shatter is increased. Second, I like to bring the aspect Facet of Command, and this is huge when using Silence and Squall, because it'll give you a way to consistently reload your weapons during DPS phases. Pair that with the fact that when you're Transcendent, your grenades will also freeze enemies, offering another way to proc those free reloads. And when it comes to weapons, since we get so much damage resistance from jolting enemies, I love to bring an arc primary weapon that has either Jolting Feedback or Voltshot. Something like Pyroelectric is really strong because it can roll with Strategists, and that means you can also bring a strong arc heavy weapon like Queenbreaker, and then also pair that with 3 arc weapon surges to get the most out of your DPS and ad clearing weapons. And what's the flow for this build? Well, in most play, you want to start by ascending near a group of enemies. This will make you amplified, jolt enemies, deal damage, create a decoy, and even start up your stacks of damage resistance. Then you can use your primary weapon while semi-close to enemies to jolt them, and add another way to keep up your damage resistance. Then you can use your melee to sever enemies and create a tangle, and this tangle will then give you a free grapple to use for movement and damage, plus the tangle will sever any enemies that it hits.